Hi guys, we're back once again on Football Gazette podcast, and today we have a football enthusiast, radio journalist on this space, and we'll be dissecting and analyzing football-related matters right here. Adeshola, you're welcome. Yeah. Mike.
It's nice having me on the show.
Oh, good to have
I'm
you.
glad to be here actually because football Gazette. I've been wanting to be here.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
it's an opportunity for me to be here.
You're welcome.
I
Football
appreciate you
fans
guys
out
for
there.
that.
Yeah. We'll be diving into the discourse of the day very quickly. And over the couple of seasons now, we've seen managers who have set trends with their style of play and their flair, how they bring in new ideas on the pitch. And Pep Guardiola, over a couple of 7 seasons now, let's say, he has been fantastic in the Premier League. And in the time past, we used to have Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, Arsene Wenger, Jurgen Klopp, who have also done well in their own
Are you
terms.
counting Joint Club as one of the past? Because if you are counting the past, Joint Club is arguably one of the present because the dominance he had. Although there is one league, he has one league, but there's still that dominance in the English Premier League. When you talk of Liverpool and that Joint Club.
Of course.
Cannot really count Joint Club as the past.
Okay, let's focus on these main 3.
Okay.
Sir Alex Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, and Arsene Wenger. Comparing them to Pep Guardiola of today. If Pep Guardiola has come in the time of Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, would he have been able to win 4 consecutive titles or 6 titles in 7 seasons for Manchester City?
Well, I'll just pick it up from talking about the number of league titles Pep Guardiola has.
Yes, don't forget he actually broke Sir Alex Ferguson's record, winning 4 consecutive Premier League titles.
Ferguson did 3
consecutive.
Pep Guardiola is a fantastic manager, one of his kind.
Yeah,
he's a genius, and I really appreciate him for that. Like, I've seen a couple of games like. I'll be looking at this man. I'll be like, "Oh,
what's
this man is fantastic!" Like him as a person, like his ability, to do things with players and his mentality as a coach. So for me, I believe football management, or let me say, football coaching.
Yeah.
It's dynamic, and we've had different generations of managers, and during those phase of generations, we have different tactics, different approach, different
to
style
football.
of things to football. When you talk of Sir Alex Ferguson, during Sir Alex Ferguson era,
13 Premier League titles to his
13
name.
Premier League.
Yeah.
Alex Ferguson was a fantastic manager.
No doubt.
For Manchester United.
No doubt.
He came when Manchester United was not seen as that big club, in England, and it transformed the club to arguably the biggest club in the English Premier League. So, for me, I believe, as I was saying, it's about what the generation, is about. During Alex Ferguson era, the tactics, the style of play that we have in this modern style of football, we don't have it then.
Yeah.
We might have it, but they are not popular then. They are not mainstream style of play then. Even the clubs that adopt, the modern, the style of play that we call modern style of play, then they are not so popular. So people are not buying into the ideas of the now modern style of play. So for Pep Guardiola to come around, as a young manager, in that Barcelona setup, with the help of La Masia products. Iniesta,
don't forget he also went to Bayern to win titles as well.
I'm even taking it, from the beginning, starting with Barcelona as a very young coach. Then, with the help of La Masia products, Lionel Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, and he did wonders. And that was when the style of play came into limelight, and people started saying, "Okay, tiki-taka. Okay, this is the new way." It's like we're talking about this is new genre of football. Let me just use the word genre of football. Like it's beautiful to watch. So you cannot take that away from Pep Guardiola. But the question is, if Guardiola has come in the era of Sir Alex Ferguson, Arsene Wenger, with the dominance there, well, I think that's why I said it's about generations. Because for Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger, during their time, they did wonders as
They
managers.
did wonders, of course.
There are managers that are very good too, but they were not, in the limelight as of Sir Alex Ferguson and
I
Alex.
think one thing I've always seen in Pep Guardiola is his ability to set new trends every season. I mean, he's so adventurous in terms of his style of play,
I like that word.
which is very fantastic of him. And probably that is something we haven't seen in a long time ago for Alex Ferguson as a winger. Don't quote me wrong. They did all well in their own time. But for me, I believe if Pep Guardiola had come in the time of Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, and Sir Alex Ferguson, he would have won titles as well.
He would have won.
He would have won a lot of titles.
But you cannot say.
And probably he would have won 4 consecutive titles like he did
Timishi,
in the past 4 seasons.
Timishi, you cannot say Alex Ferguson is not adventurous.
Yeah.
We've seen Alex Ferguson using different players in different ways that even people would be like, oh, so this guy can flourish in this position. Oh, this guy is this versatile.
Yeah.
So they are adventurous in their way too. Just that this modern football, Pep Guardiola, is the one that brought it to the limelight. Is the one that is the one that made the world to see the modern era of this football style, the tiki-taka era. And
okay, let me ask you. Let me ask you. Peradventure, Guardiola was in the time of Arsene Wenger, Jose Mourinho, and Ferguson. How many titles do you think he would have won?
Well, I think
putting into factor his current capacity now, what he's currently doing at Manchester City. Now, factor that into the in the time past.
We are talking about decades ago now.
Decades ago, of course.
And when we factor in things, we factor in.
I think you are being political about.
I'm not being political. I'm just trying.
Like, how many titles do you think he would have won?
Be honest. I'm just.
For me, I believe Pep Guardiola would have won the same amount of titles he has won now, even in the times of Sir Alex Ferguson.
I'm just trying to be honest, because when you say, will Pep Guardiola be able to have this same of success he's having when if he came during the era of Alex Ferguson, and I want to take the club he's managing, for example. Manchester City of today is not of Manchester City of decades ago.
Of course.
The finances that Manchester City of today has, Manchester City of decades ago never had it.
So Alex Ferguson also have
the football
finance to manage Manchester United at that time.
The football structure that Manchester City of today has, Manchester City of the past never had it.
Of course.
So it all boils down to different factors. So if Pep Guardiola as a manager came into Manchester City of decades ago, will he be able to succeed as he's successful now? I doubt it, because many factors contribute to success of manager, success of team.
Of course.
Aside manager being a genius, being
the environmental factor,
manager,
the club structure, as well. I get
the finances, it all has to come to play for a manager to be successful. So if we are to say decades ago, Manchester City being managed by Pep Guardiola, are they going to have this kind of success? Well, I would say no.
Okay, we'll leave that for football fans out there to decide. You can drop in your comment in the comment box and drop in your opinion on that. That will take us into talking about managers. Of course, my bro here is a Manchester United fan. So football fan.
Part-time Manchester United fan.
Oh, when did you start? I thought you were full-time and born and bred in the Manchester Red.
Sometimes I'm a journalist. Sometimes the Man United fan. So that's why I said it's a part-time.
I know how you Manchester United fan used to do. When it is not going well, you tend to take a little back step on that. But then we'll be talking about managers who have managed this prestigious club of yours in the time past. You like that?
I like that word, prestigious.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we've seen David Moyes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and now Eric Ter. Across these 3 managers, for me, when David Moyes was at Manchester United finished seventh, and he was sacked in April. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think he made top four twice for Manchester United. I mean, that was when Manchester United were at their best since Alex Ferguson left, because Solskjaer boasts of enough win rate percentage for Manchester United since Alex Ferguson left. Now we have Eric Ten. Across these three managers, in their style of play, which one do you feel is more comfortable? I mean, this Manchester United is well suited to him.
What's your pick?
My pick.
Let's start with that. Your
To me, I've made my research and I've seen a lot over the couple of years for Manchester United.
So your pick.
My pick. I think I did prefer Ole Gunnar Solskjaer under Manchester United because he has 54% win rate for Manchester United. He made top four twice.
So you're basing your
But
judgment on as Solskjaer's win rates.
win rates, the style of play,
Made
which
top
is
four-
very
Made
evident.
top four twice.
Let me tell you this. Ole Gunnar
I'm just-
Solskjaer,
I'm just- I'm just looking at your views.
Ole Gunnar
You're
Solskjaer's
picking
style of play was very clear, evident to see.
Style of play.
Style of play, you could see it's 4-2-3-1 and 4-3-3 attacking style, like counter pressing as well, is very fantastic. Manchester United played well under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
So
I
it's
can't
style
say
of
the
play,
same
win
for
rates.
I can't say the same for David Moyes, the Scottish manager, who is kind of defensive in his style of play. Manchester United finished seventh in that season. I think that was 13-14 season or so, which is very bad for Manchester United. And we've seen Ten finish eighth for Manchester United, their lowest in a very long time.
I think one of the mistake United management made post Ferguson era was appointing David Moyes as Manchester United manager. For me personally, I believe David Moyes as a manager is not of Manchester United standard. When you talk of standard, he's a fantastic guy. I like his man management.
Okay.
There was when he was still at West Ham United, there was this issue with Zuma, and the way he handled it, you would know that
was fantastic.
he has a good man management attribute. But the fact that being manager of a club as Manchester United, David Moyes doesn't have the criteria, the necessary needs a manager needs to be a United manager.
Okay.
So for me, I believe United as an institution, as a football institution, post Ferguson era, there has been many try and errors.
Of course.
The one I would not call try and error is the one with Solskjaer, if there was enough backing. That was why I was, trying to buttress your point when you are outlining,
fantastic.
when you are outlining your reasons for picking Solskjaer. Win percentage, the style of play.
Would you rather pick Eric Ten? I mean, based on his style of play and what he has done for Manchester United, ahead of this the fantastic season Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had with Manchester United?
Post Ferguson era, I'll still go back to post Ferguson era. One of the managers.
I want you to be specific.
I'm
David Moyes, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Eric Ten.
Post Ferguson era,
Eric
Ten is one of the manager that I would say United need.
Eric Ten.
Yeah.
Wow, that is fantastic.
In terms of his philosophy, his ideas.
Okay.
It might not be top notch to the extent of fighting for the Premier League titles.
But he has won trophies back to back for Manchester United.
But the point is, for Solskjaer, if he had enough backing then as Manchester United manager, would have been a success as a Man United manager, because his man management, his style of play, his win rate, and his in-depth knowledge about United culture.
That's the point.
He's homegrown. He's an ex-player of Manchester United.
Yes.
So he has the in-depth knowledge about the United culture. So for me, I believe out of these three managers, the best out of them, the one who would have been the best out of them, because we cannot say now that Eric Ten era has ended in Manchester United, because he's still the Manchester United manager.
Yeah, still.
He can still win the Premier League. Who knows?
Of course.
He can go ahead and win the Europa
But are you
League.
saying that confidently
Who knows?
that Ten will win the Premier League?
the confidence, is he seeing the confidence in himself? That's the question. Are you yourself, are you seeing the
No, no,
confidence
no,
in
no,
him?
no, no. I'm out of this. Don't put me into this.
Well,
Are you saying that confident that anytime we win the Premier League for Manchester United?
are you seeing the confidence in him?
Like,
That's
I
the
want you to
question.
be confident as a Manchester United fan. That's
As a
all.
Manchester United fan, when the coach is not confident enough to come out and say we are fighting for the league, it will be delusional for a fan
For a fan,
to say you are fighting for the league.
I think Ronaldo said that earlier.
Because the manager knows the best. He's
Yeah.
the one in charge. And if the person in charge cannot come out and say, hey, this league, we want to win it.
So
Who are you as a fan to say we want to win the league? So for me, I believe United as an institution, they're just getting some things right, which I believe with Eric Ten Hag, it has been positive so far.
Because of the 2 domestic cup wins.
The 2 domestic cup wins, they are success. Years ago, couple of years ago, United cannot boast of silverwares. You know, Soldier, he had his fair share as a Man United manager.
Yeah, of course.
Got to Europa League final, couldn't win the Europa League.
Yeah.
Got to FA final, he couldn't win. So for me, I believe for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's Manchester United, that cutting edge of winning silverware was a problem for him.
Because, like you said, if he had had enough backing, he would have done something well.
He would have done something different.
Now, I want you to.
As Man United manager.
Okay, Ten tenure is still ongoing, as you said, but I want you to pick in terms of what you've seen so far across these 3 managers. Who would you have loved to?
Across these 3 managers, in terms of philosophy, style of play, I will rate Solskjaer.
Okay.
In terms of man management, I will rate Solskjaer because Eric Ten Hag has had most issues with players in United squad.
Okay.
In terms of win rate, Solskjaer, of course. In terms of silverware, Eric Ten Hag.
All right. We'll leave that also to the fans to decide, and you can drop in your comments and drop your opinion on that. So very quickly before we move out of this show, Manchester United this season. You laughed.
What is this all about?
No. Oh God! Like this is your club. This is your prestigious.
Used one word. Prestigious Man United.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest club in England.
Well, maybe not anymore. We have another Manchester.
That's an argument for another day.
Okay, we will wait for another. Now you'll be playing Tottenham Hotspur this coming weekend, and your form this season, 5 games so far, 7 points. Are you happy with that?
The confidence in the team is not there yet.
Are you happy with what you've seen so far?
It's so obvious.
5 games, 7 points. Are you happy?
Well, it's too early.
Okay.
It's too early, but there are some games that the result could have been better.
Oh, yeah.
The one against
Crystal
Palace, the one against Brighton and Hove Albion.
Yeah.
Those are games that United could have
won easily.
Results
maximum 3 points.
So, for me, the confidence is not there.
The confidence is not there.
Average United fan is not happy.
Now, going into the Sunday fixture, you will be welcoming Tottenham Hotspur at Old Trafford. The theatre of remind me again, please. Theatre of dreams.
Stop playing.
Okay, your prediction for that fixture.
My prediction, well, like I said earlier, the confidence is not there in the team.
Your prediction, hit the nail on the head. Your prediction.
Let me just say.
Oh, why are you logging this thing? Football fans out there are watching you all over the world for crying out loud. Let him drop his prediction so that we can come back to this
as a Man U
after
fan,
the match.
As a Man U fan,
Yes.
I say GGMU. We're going for the win.
Your prediction for that. This guy is too political for my life. Your prediction, drop your take. What is your final score? Just drop your
I'm saying United is going to win. What? Is that
not
as a prediction?
Correct your correct score now.
Correct score line. Okay. 3-1, my line.
Oh, that is ambitious of you. So football fans, sorry for the laugh. Thank you for joining us on this episode, and until some other times when we come back to do this once again, just stay good and safe. Goodbye.